What up, gang? This is your boy C-Spec Kurt, man. Check it out. We out here with the F450 Super Duty, and we getting ready to do is we about to do a little maintenance on the hood, man, and we getting ready to throw something nice up under here. Stay tuned for that. I'm gonna unlock some horsepower for this baby, man. So stay tuned. More to come. See the Malibu right here? Yeah. She going bye-bye. So we got a surprise coming for you right there too. We about to swap her out for something else, man. But yeah, this is your boy, man. Let's get to this. All right, gang, we just finished cleaning up under the hood right here, and as you can see, we got everything looking pretty nice. You know what I'm saying? Looking pretty nice. Cleaned up all the residue around the batteries and stuff like that. Both of the batteries looking real nice and spiffy. So what we about to do now, man, is about to move on to the little surprise I got right here for you, man. This little upgrade we got for the Super Duty, man. This right here is the Auto Agent 3.0. Okay, comes with everything you need. Ooh, it comes with a file selector switch. Comes with our little wiring harness here. We're gonna run that through this boot underneath the steering wheel. Okay, and yeah, we're about to make things happen here. Okay, what I'm saying? You feel me? Let's get to it. All right, gang, check it out, man. This is what I had to do. I grabbed my drill bit and I put a drill bit through here. You know, I used this to push in from this side to see about where I was aiming at, to make sure I stay clear of the harness. And then I grabbed my drill bit and I went through at the same angle on this side. Made me a hole because I couldn't puncture through this wire. And then I went on the other side and I fed this through the hole so and it came right out through the hole, through the opening over here on this side here. So I was lucky with that. Now I can pull this right on in, and I'm gonna go ahead and tape my harness to this for the 5-wire selector and feed it right on through. All right, so that's the easy way. That's the way I went about as far as getting the process I'm gonna use to get my harness for the 5-wire selector switch through my firewall. All right, and again, there is a rubber boot right here by the foot brake, parking brake. You come right around here on the other side, and that rubber boot is right here, just right beneath the booster, the hydraulic booster. Okay. All right, so we're just going ahead and go about the process of getting our wires ran through the firewall. Okay, and after that, just cut it on off. There we go. All right, so now I can pull it through. Let's go around here and actually you guys can watch it come through right here. Gang, so check it out. We got the harness wired through. You can see right here. So we can go ahead and disconnect it from this clothes hanger and commence to getting it around here where it needs to go. So stay tuned for that. All right, guys. So what do we have here? This here is our harness that comes with this kit, and this is going to go between your factory fuel pressure harness and temperature sensor harness, which is connected to the fuel rail. All right, so what we're gonna do is we gotta connect these pins, and first and foremost, this right here, as you can see, this is in the open position. This here is a sliding piece here which it opens up so that you can put the pin in here, in which is going to lock the pin in place. All right, so this is for the female pin. All right, so there's only one opening on the back of the harness for you to input that pin. So we're gonna go ahead and insert it, and again, this is pushed to the side so that pin will be able to go in. And let's see. All right, we just heard it click. You heard a little click, like light tug. It's not coming out. Slide it back over. Now that pin is locked in place. It's not going anywhere. All right, so the other side here, we have our male sides, and on this side we have a splice wire. Okay, the splice wire goes in the center, and the non-splice wire, which is this one here, goes on the outside. So again, as you can see, we're about to input our non-splice wire, which is this brown wire, and it's going to go in the corner. Okay, right, so go ahead and insert it like so. Listen for the click. Make sure it's positioned correctly as well. Alright, heard that click. Non-splice wire is located in the corner, and we're going to place our splice wire in the center, in the center here. So you got your splice wire right here, go right in the center. Click, everything's locked in place. Okay. Next thing we want to do is locate our fuel pressure temperature sensor harness, and we're going to put these harnesses in between the male and female side. That is located, as you can see here, this is a transmission fluid dipstick. It is directly beneath it. You have a harness going into the fuel rail. All right, guys, so we got it out. Pretty much just had to press with my thumb and take this index finger and get it up under this lip here and just pull it up like that. We're good to go. So now at this point, we're gonna go ahead and place our harness in place. I'm gonna go ahead and plug in the male side down here. I'm gonna push that locking device in place. As you can see, that's the male side going in. That's a nice little metallic click. Now at this point, we're just gonna push down this yellow tab, secure that in place. Now we're good to go. Now for the other side, simply plug the harness into it. And everything is done, okay? Let me just get these wires cleaned up. There we go. That's it right there, gang. Just push it in. Click, push the tab down, and everything is done. All right, so that concludes this segment, guys. We now have our 5 selector switch on the fly connected. Very simple process, and the reason why I chose to put my wire through the boot rather than go between the metal and the boot is simply because I don't want to run my wire between the boot and metal. You know, over time, who knows, you could probably wear into the wire. I feel more secure just running it into the boot, which is why I chose to take a drill bit and run the bit through the boot, and then run my hanger through the boot, and then secure my wire to it and pull it through. Okay, gang, but this concludes this portion. What I'm going to do with this is I get a zip tie at some point, and I can secure this to this here so it's not up under here doing all this movement here. And now I'm going to go on the inside and get my 5 selector switch connected, so let's get to it. I'm gonna mount my switch right here, easy access. I don't want to put it underneath here where I can't see it. I want to be able to see my switch, so I'm gonna put it right, yeah, I'm gonna put it right there. That should be right out the way. Yep, so pretty much all you have to do with this piece here is just tug on it. There we go. All right. It's held in place right here, so it's not gonna just drop down. It's kind of like a fold down style thingamajig here, okay? So you wanna get your template out, which is supplied with this kit here. And we're gonna get our template. All right, guys, check it out. We got our template in place. We're getting ready to drill. I got my 1/8 drill bit, and I also got my 3/8 drill bit, all right, which is required for these holes. All right, so I'm making my hole with this thing here. Like I said, I can't count 1, template acting right. Here we go. All right, so I got my hole started again. Let's commence the drilling.
What are the holes for?
Little switch I'm gonna put right here. Okay, so we got that out the way. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna grab something to clean off that surface, make it nice and flat. Okay, so I got my razor. I'm just going around the top over here. I just did it to this one. I just went around the edge, cleaned up all that raised plastic. Do the same right here. Trying to scratch up your stuff. Freaking A. Yeah. Oh gosh. Stop. Dang, avoid from doing that. Golly.
I can't figure out. Daddy?
Yeah.
Daddy?
Yes. You left the mark?
On the lights. Heard me?
On the lights? Alright gang, let's go and get the switch in. Suggestion for you guys. Make your big hole first. And I would use the template along with something to puncture, put a hole in there so that you ain't gotta worry about the template moving. And then I make the small hole after making this larger hole, okay? So I had to make another smaller hole. So let's go ahead and place this switch in place here. And also be careful for your little, there's a little thing that goes in your switch that, because this switch is capable of doing more than just 5, okay? So make sure it stays in the right location so that it doesn't go beyond 5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gotta move it over 1. There we go.
He's getting this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. There we go. So we are in place now. We can go ahead and get this baby on there. And screw it down. I can take my razor and clean up this little raised spot right here. I don't want all them razors. There we go. And try not to scratch up your stuff like I was doing. Although you can't see it, just want to avoid that. Okay. And a good thing about this is you're not going to see all of that because of our switch. Because of our little dial. And I cannot unscrew this thing, although I just screwed it on with my finger. Like everything just wants to be difficult. All right guys, there we go. I got my clip in place, my switch in place. And as you can see that this is a smooth switch. There's no flat spot in it. It allows you to be able to adjust this switch so that it lines up, because of course it could be anywhere. So they want to make sure that you be able to line this template up and you can adjust your knob wherever you need it to be so everything lines up, just in case your little anchor points are off a little bit or something like that. It gives you that accessibility to be able to customize it to make sure everything works out perfectly. All right, so anyway, we got our switch in place. We got everything hooked up. As you can see, everything is clean up under here. It goes through the boot, opposed to going on the side of the boot, between the boot and the metal. All right, so that gives it a little cleaner look right there as well. But gang, outside of that, it's your boy C-Spec Kurt, man. Please like, share, sub to the channel. We just finished the installation of the Easy Link, and well, actually of the switch on the fly, which is going to be used to allow me to access different tunes. And we have the Easy Link Auto Agent 3, which is going to allow me to be able to communicate with my tuner so that I can get those tunes, okay? But this is actually a separate entity from the switch on the fly. Look at that, guys. Dragonfly's hostage in my truck. Gotta help him get out of here. I'm gonna help him get up out of here. But yo, like, share, sub to the channel, man. This is your boy C-Spec Kurt, and I'm up out of this piece, man.